if I go and buy a car, those of you who wonder, the accent is Norwegian. So in the little sort of Scandinavian corporations, I'll use the Volvo example here, even though I'm predisposed not to like Swedish things. If I want like the next version Volvo that is going to come out in a year, and I go to the dealership and say, well, just give me the current one, I'll drive that for a year, and then I can change. They won't do that because now they have like an old car on their hand that they don't know what to do with. In software, you can perfectly easily do that. So a lot of that was going on, and they wanted to have rules that you just couldn't recognize you delivered the car that the person really wanted. So with the changes, it becomes more judgmental and less rigid. So today, in that situation for a software company, for accounting reasons that I'll not go into, you wouldn't recognize any revenue until the second car. Under the new standard, you would sort of do an assessment and figure out what's the value of the first car, what's the value of the second car, allocated between the two, and recognize some revenue when you deliver the first and some when you deliver the second.
So based on that, you would think that software companies would be very interested in adopting this, because they arguably could benefit from earlier recognition.
Well, it depends what they want. So definitely this standard would allow for earlier recognition in circumstances like that, because you'd be able to use judgment and estimate, where before it was basically a binary, it was all or zero. But a lot of software companies have, over the years, adopted well to the new standard. So for instance, every software company at the moment wants to be a SaaS and cloud company. And SaaS and cloud companies, from an accounting standpoint, are seen as service company. They're delivering a service because you don't actually get something. You don't get to download anything. So that has a ratable recognition. The old RevRec rules, the old software RevRec rules, made it fairly easy to get to ratable recognition even if you had on-premise software. So a lot of companies, after a while, figured out that, well, ratable recognition is it's not all about getting the revenue early. Sometimes it's about being predictable. Sometimes it's about being able to forecast. Sometimes it's about sort of steady growth rather than, it's pretty hard when you're in a software business and you have to sell your revenue every month, every quarter. You start on zero every quarter. That gets really tiresome after a while. So a lot of software companies like this model where they had ratable recognition, but what they're seeing now is this new standard is threatening that. So there's a lot of discussions, and I don't go into all the details, but there's a lot of discussion in the software industry on how do you preserve a ratable model under the new standard, which you may or may not be able to do, but it's not, you're probably going to have to give up some business models in order to get there.